enough to support. And fOrGG's two-factory push has been broken. Cal is now going to be running off of 2 bases here against him. He did lose a lot of probes, and fOrGG has not lost a single SCV in this whole encounter. So, things might be kind of evened up if fOrGG can get his economy going there. He's building the command center while the pylon gets killed off by one of his SCVs there. But wow, absolutely ridiculous. I was expecting this to be crazy, but I didn't expect it to be this crazy so quickly, and it has been pretty crazy. These players, so perfectly balanced, I think. They just played against each other just perfectly in their best-of-5 series. It was so close. And honestly, I do think that Cal played a little bit better in that, although fOrGG took out the win. But that's a whole different story to debate on another occasion. But I am favoring Cal to win this game at this point. This is just because of the fact that he's got that expansion up and running, and even though he lost a lot of probes, he's going to be able to pump probes out of 2 Nexuses and build them back up again. And he's setting up for his 3rd expansion here, and mining, blocking off his own base, his own main base. He's probably going to cancel one of those pylons at least. But that was a good temporary block to make sure those vultures didn't go in there and kill his probes again, because he's getting shelled once again. fOrGG's just persisting with these 2 factories. fOrGG being very, very aggressive here, as he has been during the entire MSL series. Oh, Cal, you need to pull your Dragoons back. They're just getting shelled for no reason. And I'm in hold position. Now he's going in. There's no turrets there this time, so his tanks are totally going to get eaten by these vultures. I mean, sorry, by the zealots, but the vultures do a good job of picking off that first zealot. Sorry, the first zealot, but then afterwards, there was just too much. fOrGG decided to pull his vultures out instead of just letting them die to Dragoons, saving them, sacrificing the 1 tank and saving his vultures. fOrGG finally has his 2nd base up and running. Cal's going to look to get his 3rd here in a minute, but at the moment they are economically even for just the next moment or so. Until Cal probably is going to get his 3rd expansion, or his 3rd base up. Yeah, there it is, going up right now. So, and his 4th base. Jesus Christ, Cal expanding all over the damn place during this game. Just been expanding at every opportunity, or even when there's not an opportunity, he's expanding anyways. Trying to get a 4th base. He's trying to keep this huge economic lead that he has. He doesn't want to let fOrGG catch up at all. So he's just going to try and, put up as many bases as possible, playing a very heavy macro game. And, man, absolutely ridiculous so far. He does have his Templar archives up. We'll see if he goes for some kind of a Templar drop, or if it's possible he's just trying to go for straight to the late game tech, going to straight to High Templar, use those. And fOrGG actually getting a 3rd base as well. So after he saw that Cal had his 4th base going up, he knew that Cal wasn't going to be just straight pumping forces out, because he's spending money on the Nexus and possibly some defenses for it. Probably cannons. We're probably going to see Cal start getting cannons around his bases pretty soon here, especially now that his bases are not going to be able to be protected by that blockade. And a Stargate going up. It looks like Cal is going to be going for those Arbiters after all. It's not an Arbiter rush, but he is going to get those Arbiters out during this game. And a Starport going down for fOrGG. Almost, he may have comsatted actually, but he... if not, well, yeah, he probably did comsat. But anyways, even if he didn't comsat, he can expect fOrGG to, expect Cal to be getting those Arbiters at some point. And so he's going to have Science Vessels out to match. There's the Forges. He's actually going to start doing upgrades too. So that's going to help Cal in the long run. So, Cal has 4 bases. fOrGG has 3 bases. Man, this is turning into a very, very long game after all. And this is really, the last game they had was really kind of anticlimactic in a way, even though it was a crazy, ridiculous game and a repeat of the first game. It wasn't like the long, drawn-out, crazy game that you would kind of want, I guess. Whoa, there we go. Oh, the mine did go off. It did hurt that Dragoon. Only one, though. Cal decides he doesn't want to be roaming around in a minefield without any observers. I think that's a smart idea. We're going to see if fOrGG tries to get another base as well, or if he's just going to try and build up off of 3 bases. It's been kind of the standard thing on the map pool lately. fOrGG already has 1-1 upgrades, so that's pretty good for him. He's going to be doing a lot more damage with his units. Um, he's going to be doing a lot more damage because his damage is upgraded. That was real smart, Moltrap. Anyway, yeah, on a lot of the maps lately, it's kind of set up for 3 bases, basically, especially for Terrans. Set up so that you get your 3 bases, and then you can kind of build up off of that. This map and Andromeda comes to mind. A lot of these maps are kind of set up where there's 3 bases right near each other, and then you have to kind of go out of your comfort zone to get a 4th base, and so it's really common for Terrans to, dropship coming in, might get sniped by these. Oh, okay, he sees it. He's going to pull his dropship back instead of having it get sniped by those Dragoons, and fOrGG trying to do a little harassment here, trying to send that in. Cal has Templar out. I'm sure he has Psystorm by now because he's had that Templar Archives up for a while. So Cal is going to have Psystorm in the next battle, and that is going to be, and Arbiters in the next battle. That's going to be crucial. Whoa, the dropship goes down. Oh my god, I don't know what fOrGG was doing. I saw him playing it back. I was wondering why he was going towards the middle of the map. That was kind of ridiculous. Why was he flying his dropship through the middle of the map? I guess maybe he was trying to take the short route to swing it around to the left side of Cal's base instead of the bottom right side of Cal's base. But that dropship getting sniped with 2 tanks inside it, that was a huge loss because fOrGG is behind economically right now. He needs to kind of do a little harassment if he can. His vultures are not getting in anymore, so a tank drop would have been a really, really nice thing. And oh, Cal going in here for a storm drop, possibly Dark Templar, but I think it's probably a storm drop. Actually, I thought it was his drop, but it was just looks like he may have just been joining that shuttle up with his army as well. Cal actually doesn't have a lot of forces on the ground at the moment. He's just been focusing on putting up tech and a crap load of gateways and a crap load of nexuses and a crap load of everything, and his army is really less than 2 control groups of units though. But I think that's not going to be too bad of a thing for him right now because his production is just kicking in. He's going to be able to put out a lot of units really, really quickly right now because he's got 5 bases. His main isn't even mined out yet, and he's at 5 bases. And he's got Arbiters and Templar and all kinds of crap in the air. And he's going to be able to plant some Psystorms and that sort of stuff as well. So at the very least, if fOrGG pushes out here, Cal will be able to just macro up, and by the time he reaches his base all the way across the map, then Cal will have a lot more forces around. It looks like fOrGG is actually, he's going to go even more long-term and just try and mass up. It looks like he's trying to kind of push out a little bit and just kind of set up a larger perimeter. But Cal is going in. He stasis fields some of the tanks, but not a whole lot. The Arbiter's covering some of the... Oh, Psystorm going off over a ton of fOrGG's units. I can't believe he grouped up his units that much. And now fOrGG's forces are going to get picked off a little bit here. Oh, beautiful stasis field by Cal. And that was, I think, the clincher of this battle because it looked like fOrGG's had way too many tanks, but Cal just took out basically half of his tanks in that one stasis field. But there's just too much around there, and Cal is going to be forced to fall back. He's out of Zealots. Oh, okay, so it looks like they got hit there, but they were at pretty good health there. But in the meantime, with all of those forces stasis fielded, fOrGG's going to be able to go over here and try and pick off this command center, but the Vulture's waking up and a little bit groggy, not responding very quickly after waking up from that stasis field. Finally, some Zealots rejoining, and see what we just saw, a crap load of Dragoons popping out of those gateways all at once. That is what Cal is all about right now. He's up to, like I said, he's pumping out 5 bases worth of stuff, basically. And fOrGG is still at 3 bases. He tried to, he kind of got that 4th base set up, but we just saw Cal just basically harass it down. And I think that the problem here is that even though he's got a ton of bases, getting up his 7th base now, even though he's got a ton of bases, oh, that was close. Those tanks almost were in a position to just destroy the heck out of those probes. I think he's getting up his 7th base. I could be wrong. 3 Arbiters coming in. Oh, that EMP. EMP could be horrible right now. EMP going off. Hits 1, but not the other 2. And so there's going to be 2 that still have stasis fields on them, I believe. But it looks like fOrGG went out with a very small force. I can't believe he doesn't have that many forces right now. I guess he's only got 2 machine shops, so he's not putting out very many tanks right now. And fOrGG being pushed back to his base now. Cal having complete map control and his Arbiter getting almost picked off there, but Ooh, saved by I think the Arbiter may have